Welcome to the Faculty of Science Manawa Mai Information Evening. My name is Ellie Puni, and I'm part of the Program Advisor team here in the Faculty of Science. My role is to support students, especially new and prospective ones, so you'll likely see me around if you choose to study with us.
And I'm Steve Leilua. I work closely with our incoming science students as a student support advisor to help them navigate their university life. I remember what it was like going from high school to university. It can be a big jump, but we're here to help. In this session, we'll talk through how to prepare for studying science whilst you're still in school and answer some of the most common questions we get from students just like you.
By the end of this session, you'll have a clearer idea of how to plan ahead for studying science and have an idea of what your first year at university might look like.
What subjects should you be taking in your last years of secondary school to prepare for a Bachelor of Science? For most Bachelor of Science majors and specializations, there are no specific subject requirements. It helps if you've studied science subjects in secondary school, but it's also not essential. Even if you didn't take science in year 12, you can still begin a BSc. That said, some programs may be more challenging without their background, so we recommend checking in with your support services before you apply. While most majors don't have required subjects, some do recommend certain subjects or achievement standards to help you set up for success. You can find these recommendations in our school subject guide or by using the course outline tool on our website. Both are linked in the resource list.
I'm sure you're tired of hearing how important your grades are in your last years of secondary school, but you do need to be aware of it. To study at the University of Auckland, you need University Entrance Qualification, which differs depending on your chosen curriculum. If you're unsure whether you've met this requirement or want to check if you're currently on track, speak with your teachers, deans, or careers advisors. It's important to keep an open and ongoing dialogue with them to make sure you're heading in the right direction. You'll also need to meet the rank score for your chosen program. We have a handy rank score calculator on our website to help you convert your credits or results into rank score. Please note that if you're considering a Bachelor of Science majoring in food science and nutrition, or specializing in biomedical science, the rank score will be different from other majors and specializations within the BSc. Always check our website if in doubt. You must also meet the Academic English Language Requirements, AELR. These requirements vary. If you don't meet these requirements through your entry qualification, you can still meet them by completing an approved course in your first year at university. For more details on AELR and alternative options, check the link in the resource list.
The Department of Exercise Sciences has many courses that will set you up to be a qualified physiotherapist. In your first year of studying exercise science, you will take foundation courses in systems physiology, human anatomy, and exercise prescription. In your second and third year of study, you'll be able to tailor your courses towards a career in physiotherapy. However, you will need to have completed undergraduate courses in human anatomy, human physiology, exercise physiology, and neurophysiology, approved by the program director. After completing a bachelor's degree in exercise sciences, biomedical science, or another relevant subject, you can then apply to study towards a Master's of Physiotherapy practice. Through face-to-face learning and clinical placements, this master's program will ensure you are well placed to become a leader of the future in the physiotherapy profession.
To pursue postgraduate study in forensic science, you'll first need to complete a Bachelor of Science, majoring or specializing in one of the following listed on the screen. Once you've completed your undergraduate degree, your next step on the pathway into forensic science is a postgraduate diploma in forensic science, followed by a Master of Science in forensic science. Our postgraduate programs cover a wide range of forensic topics, from the statistical evaluation of glass evidence to the development of new molecules for visualizing fingerprint residues. You'll gain valuable skills in forensic examination, chemical and biological analysis, and the application of data science and statistics. Students benefit from the expertise of guest lecturers, including Crown prosecutors and independent forensic specialists. The program is jointly delivered by the University of Auckland and the Institute of Environmental Science and Research, ESR, the organisation responsible for providing forensic science services to the New Zealand Police.
Entry to the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science is limited due to the teaching staff and lab capabilities. This means we can't accept all talented students, and selection into this program requires a higher standard than some other programs. It all depends on the number and quality of the applications.
You can apply for the Bachelor of Optometry or the Bachelor of Medical Imaging Honours from any major within the Bachelor of Science, provided you've completed the 8 required courses shown on screen. One major that aligns well with these requirements is Food Science and Nutrition, the nutrition pathway. This major has an entry rank score of 200 for students studying NCEA or Cambridge, and 28 for those studying the International Baccalaureate. To find out exactly which courses you'll need to take in your first year to be eligible for these competitive programs, please visit our website for the most up-to-date information. And for personalized support with planning and structuring your degree, our student hubs are here to help. Whether you're mapping out your courses or confirming your eligibility, the student hubs can guide you every step of the way.
There are similarities and differences between the arts and science psychology pathways. The core courses you can take for psychology are the same for both arts and science. What differs is the requirements for each degree, so you should check the university calendar or visit student hubs for more information on that. The other main difference is the complementary courses you will take. For example, if you want to major in psychology and study other science subjects alongside psychology, a Bachelor of Science would be right for you. If you're more interested in social sciences, humanities, cultures and languages, a Bachelor of Arts could be a better option.
Simply put, no. The content is very different. You won't be doing much cooking in food science. Instead, you'll be looking closely into the molecular makeup of food and the effect this can have on the body. You'll also learn about the sustainability of food and the future of food production. A qualification in food science could see you designing new food products, protecting consumer health, or developing better ways to preserve food.
Again, the content is very different. You'll learn about the science behind physical activity rather than just the activity itself. That's not to say you won't get hands-on experience. There will be a mix of lectures and practical tutorials, and you'll get to conduct research with specialist equipment and facilities. You'll be looking at the effects of exercise on the human body and on society, and how to best harness the power of the human body. Exercise sciences will prepare you for all kinds of careers, from health and wellness to high-performance sport or clinical exercise physiology.
A Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering is a 4-year degree, requiring 800 hours of internship and an honours research project in the final year. Entry into this program is subject to grades in your first year of engineering courses, in which you would take courses that cover all specializations. A Bachelor of Science in Computer Science is a 3-year degree. This degree is a lot more flexible and has more potential to combine with complementary majors, such as Information and Technology Management. You can get started with a BSc in Computer Science right from your first year, unlike the BE Hons in Software Engineering, where you wouldn't start to specialize until your second year.
The amount of time you spend in labs depends on the courses you select. All courses have different learning outcomes, deadlines, and types of research that contribute to the amount of lab time you'll get. You can find out more about the workload and the commitments of specific courses by searching on the Digital Course Outline database.
Feeling nervous about starting university? That's completely normal, and there's plenty of support available to help you feel prepared. You're already surrounded by a great support network. Your teachers, dean, principal, and careers advisor. These people see you regularly and can provide valuable guidance. They also have access to information and resources you may not, so it's always worth reaching out and making the most of their support. You can also connect with your University of Auckland Schools and Community Engagement Advisor through your Careers Advisor. The Schools and Community Engagement team work closely with secondary schools, engaging with students and their whānau across the country. They offer both in-person and online advice to help you navigate everything related to Waipapa Tamatarau, the University of Auckland. Finally, don't forget our student hubs, your physical gateway to the university. You can visit our hubs at the City Campus, Grafton Campus, Te Tai Tonga Campus in South Auckland, or Te Tai Tokoro Campus in Whangarei. Even while you're still in secondary school, the student hubs can help with your application, enrollment, and degree planning. If your final school results aren't looking quite as good as you'd hoped, the university has several programs that can provide you with support and guidance. For example, the Summer Start program, might be right for you if you're feeling a bit nervous about transitioning from secondary school to university and want to ease into it. Or a Tertiary Foundation Certificate, TFC, might be a good pathway for you if you didn't quite get UE at secondary school, but still want to pursue a degree. Don't be afraid to seek out the support you're looking for. You can start by reading some of our preparation programs on the web pages in the resource list.
There are a huge range of careers that you can pursue after graduating with a science degree. You'll be an expert in the field of your major or specialization, and a lot of the skills you acquire are transferable too. Many industries seek out the critical thinking and problem-solving skills that a science degree will equip you with. If you want specific examples of places you might end up, you can always talk to the Careers Development and Employability Services, CDES. The Career Development and Employability Services are here to support your journey, both during university and beyond. As a student at Waipapa Taumataro, the University of Auckland, you'll have access to CDES, a free service that supports you throughout your studies and for up to 3 years after you graduate. CDES offers a range of practical services, including drop-in CV and cover letter clinics, career development workshops, industry expos and networking events with employers and industry partners. These services are designed to help you build confidence, develop your employability skills, and connect with potential employers, setting you up for success during and after your time at university. You can also read a range of graduate stories by going to the webpage linked in the resource list.
Now that we've been through some of the most frequently asked questions from secondary school students thinking about studying science, we're going to hear from Shreya, a current science student at the University of Auckland who has just completed their first year. Hi Shreya, tell us where you went to secondary school, what you're studying at university now, and why you chose it.
I went to ACG Sunderland and I'm currently studying a Bachelor of Advanced Science and a Bachelor of Property, conjoint, and I'm specialising in physics. And the reason why I chose physics was because I've always been fascinated by how the universe works, from the tiniest particles to the largest galaxies.
When you were in year 12, did you know what you wanted to study?
The short answer, honestly, no. I had an incline that I wanted to be in the science field, but I didn't know I wanted to be in physics until later on, like year 13.
Oh, so are you still studying the exact same thing you were wanting to go into, or have you changed?
Yes, so I'm still specializing in physics, and the reason why I'm still doing it is because in my first year, I did a couple of physics courses and realized, well, actually my passion for it is kind of growing. So I decided to stick with it, and I'm happy with the choice.
And thinking back to when you were in year 12, how prepared did you feel for university?
I remember feeling excited and nervous, but was I prepared? No. I had no idea how lectures would be or how assignments would be handed in, so no.
And what are some of the biggest differences you found between secondary school and university?
At university, there is a lot more emphasis on your independence in your own learning. So I would say the biggest difference would be you're expected to take responsibility for your own learning in attending your lectures and submitting your assignments and things of those sorts.
And what are you enjoying most about your program so far?
I'm enjoying solving problems. As cliche as it sounds, I think that having a mental problem, something like a physics concept to grasp, once you finally understand it, it's so satisfying.
What is there to look forward to studying at the University of Auckland?
There's a lot to look forward to. The physics labs have great facilities, and the science building itself has so many study areas. And on top of that, there's so many clubs and societies to join, including those that are specific to maths and physics. And I remember joining my first club that we made ice cream using liquid nitrogen. So that was pretty fun.
Fantastic. Have you used any student support services, and how did they help you?
Yeah, so I've used student learning services, and I remember I had to write essays and academic research papers, and I used them to help me get up to that academic level, and it helped me feel confident when submitting my assignments.
And now that you've completed your first year at university, what advice would you give Year 12 students? And is there anything else you'd like to share with them?
The main advice I would give is don't be afraid to ask questions, no matter how small it may seem. Everyone is learning as they go, and university is a place to grow.
Great advice, Shreya. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. I hope the advice helps.
Finally, if you want some specific advice about enrollment, degree planning, and support services, there are a few ways you can get in touch. You can start by contacting student hubs or using our online help and support center, Ask Auckland. There are links in our resource list. We wish you all the best with your journey towards studying science. We can't wait to see you on campus soon.